Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. I hope today you enjoy this episode. I'm going to show you how to make a stew, which is a one-pot stew which goes straight in the oven. And the main reason why I chose this is because I really need to start eating a lot of veggies. I have not been doing what I should be doing, and this has all the veggies in it, plus some fish, and you cook it in the oven, and it's really easy. So it is called Oslo fish stew, and I'm actually going to be using more fish than I needed because I couldn't just get a little tiny bit, and I got a big piece which is about 450 grams, I think it was. So I'm just going to use all of it because I didn't have time to cut it before I put it in the freezer, and I can't freeze and unfreeze because I'm not going to risk getting sick to save some money on some fish. So it's going to have more fish in it, so it's going to be better. So after all that, this is what we need. You also need a casserole pot that you can put in the oven. The recipe is suggesting that you cook it at 220 degrees. 220 degrees is probably really hot, so I'm going to do it at 180. But then again, I guess it's got potato in it, so we can always alter it if we need to. So come on over and I'll show you what we need, because I'm in the middle of getting the ingredients ready. So there was a bit of a confusion because I actually was going to start this last night so that I could have it ready for when I come home from work, but I forgot to order one of the key ingredients, so that went downhill pretty quick. Okay, so as I mentioned, 100 grams of frozen cod fillet thawed. That is definitely thawed, it's just not cut up. 6 potatoes, we're going to peel and slice them. 3 onions, we're going to peel and cut into wedges. 6 tomatoes, skinned, de-seeded and cut into wedges. They are currently soaking in boiling hot water with a cross in them, ready to go in an ice bath or a cold bath, and then I'm just going to peel them. We don't need the seeds in them. 2 of the red capsicum, the ingredient I was missing. We need to de-seed and cut these into strips. 225 grams of cucumber, peeled and cut into thick chunks. I have not weighed that, but I've gone for the Lebanese cucumber because I think that might be close to it. If it's not, it's good for sandwiches. 2 cloves of garlic crushed. Garlic is an optional choice. I think with this particular dish it will go very good, but if you don't like garlic, don't put it in. 1 teaspoon of salt. A pinch of black pepper, and there's no liquid. We're not putting stock or anything in it. It is going to make its own while it's roasting in half a cup of olive oil. So it's pretty easy. It serves 4, so you're getting 3, 4, 5 veggies and some fish in it, so you can't say you're not going to be healthy after eating this. You can if you want, but that's up to you. Alright, so let's get slicing and dicing. Okay, so I've got everything ready except the potatoes. Some of you may or may not know what this fandangled thing is. It is called a mandolin slicer. It is good for cutting up potatoes and things that you want into thin wedges. Use this, otherwise you won't have fingers. That is sharp. I'll chuck one through and show you how easy it is. The reason why I'm going smaller with the potatoes as well is because I do want my dinner tonight. So, oh, it's not liking me, but anyway, that's good like that. So I'll finish these and I'll be back. Okay, so your oven needs to be on about 220. As I said, I would have it on about 200 or 180. I'm going to have it on 180. I'm hoping this is big enough. If it's not, then I will find out. So we're going to put the fish, layer the fish on the bottom. Now, as I said, I've got extra fish here, so we'll just see how we go. And it's got bones in it, but I'm going to deal with it when I get to it. So it's got skin on it too. It should be fine. I just had to soak it because I've cut it up. So after this, you need to then start and put all your veggies on top. So the fish is basically going to soak in all the juices of the veggies. So next, doesn't matter which order you go in. Next, do the capsicum. This is going to be too big, too small, sorry. So I think I'm going to have to abandon this and get something bigger. So I will use this one, which does not have a lid. My old faithful baking dish. This one I am going to spray. It'll be fine. I can just quickly chuck it in. That's why I didn't spray the other one, because I was sort of hoping to use that one because it's at least got a lid. But if you can't do it, you can't do it. I'm just going to put it that way. Okay. Chuck the onion on. The onions were cut into wedges. Let's hope this isn't too big, too small. Why do I keep saying too big when I mean too small? I don't know. Because I'm tired. That's why. Okay. The tomatoes. Yeah, this one's going to not be good either. This is weird because it just says to use an oven-proof casserole dish. I've still got potatoes to go. Okay, I'll get the bigger one now. This is my roasting pan. This is even bigger than that. There we go. That's big enough. I'm not going to spray it because I technically already have sprayed it. Well, I'm saying it's big enough. Oh, sucks to be the person that washes up. That's me. That's not funny. Cucumber. So to put a lid on this, it will just obviously be some foil because I don't have a lid for this one. One more to go on. So the potato, when I put it on, it's almost going to make like a crust, but I don't really want it to be that way. Alright, so get your potatoes in. If you don't want to use the mandolin slicer, you'll be cutting it up into chunks. But you've got to make sure that it all cooks. So that's the thing with potato. It seems to take forever to cook. And 6 potatoes is a lot of potatoes too.
Thank you, James. Yes, we're here with Broncos coach Kevin Walters. Kevin, great to see you tonight. We can feel the atmosphere. It is something special here tonight.
So once we've got this on, we're going to sprinkle that salt over. The olive oil will golden everything up. I might try it without the foil on actually, because that way the potatoes will really have a chance to golden up. Obviously, if you've got a casserole pot that you can put a lid on, and it's going to have to be a pretty big one at that, as you can see by this, then that will be good, because it will, I guess, make its juice, because the only juice is going to be what comes out of everything plus the olive oil. Okay, whack the black pepper over the top. If you like a lot, go a lot. If you only like a little, go a little. If you don't like any at all, don't put any on. Okay, now salt. This is probably going to be a bit hard for me to get this out, because I don't have where I can get it out of a little salt thing. So I'm just going to have to catch it in my hand and then put it onto my spoon. Alright, that's close enough. Alright, get your half a cup of olive oil. Alright, here we go. So I'm doing this at 180. It's going to cook for about 45 minutes, but if everything's not cooked, then give it longer, because mine's on a lower temperature. I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so just so I could get it a little bit browner on top, I increased it to 200 and gave it an extra 10 minutes. So that is ready to go. Thank you for watching Cooking with Violet Vixen, Oslo Fish Stew. We got there eventually. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'm going to catch you really soon on our next adventure. Bye!